I have some bullish news when it comes to the internet computer. And even though this isn't like the most recent news, I still think it's very bullish nonetheless. And I think not a lot of people mention this. So I'm going to talk about it because back in July, it was announced that United Nations ICP launched digital credentials pilot in Cambodia. Now, Cambodia has been chosen as the site of a pilot program for a blockchain-based platform for the Universal Trusted Credentials. Now, this stands for UTC for short. But even besides that point, we take a look at a digital credentialing system developed by the United Nations Development Program, aka UNDP. This is insane because, as we all know, the United Nations, it's massive. I mean, we all know that again, of course, right? This is how incredible something like this is. But there's more, of course. We take a look at the Dfinity Foundation, which of course we all know is what is behind, the internet computer blockchain. Even besides that point, they will work together with the UNDP on the program. Now, it will provide infrastructure for securing and managing UTC. And the alleged final plan, so to speak, is to create a 10-country ecosystem. I mean, can you imagine this? This is how amazing the internet computer is. Sometimes people like to say that, it's not updating enough, it's not doing enough. Well, I disagree. This right here, I think showcases that it's actually a serious project because they're not focusing on partnering up with like celebrities, like athletes. They don't care about this type of stuff. They're not a meme coin. Sometimes people, they're used to these meme coins that update every 10 minutes, every 30 minutes. But this isn't the case here. They're not in the business of showing off for no reason. And that's what I really like about it. They're kind of subtle, but again, I don't mind because it shows that they don't really care about gaining attention, so to speak. They care about building. And that's what I really love about it. Not to mention, right, not too long ago as well, I even talked about how when it comes to ICP, it was one of the assets under consideration when it comes to Grayscale, one of the most massive things out there pretty much. You take a look at the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, it holds over 200,000 Bitcoin. This is the type of stuff I'm talking about when it comes to ICP. I'm not talking about, hey, what's going to happen in the next 2 minutes, the next 2 hours. I'm not a day trader when it comes to ICP. So when people like to complain about the price and stuff like this, I don't really care in the short term because what I care about is ICP more so in a long-term approach because I actually think that when a project keeps building, it's only fair to assume that the foundational aspects of it is going to get better and better. And that's what I care about. I'm never going all in. I'm never panic buying. No, I just like to keep a cool, calm, and collected approach. Again, dollar cost averaging and just acquiring on a consistent basis. Now, with all that being said, right, some people like to say that, the internet computer is so bad though. Well, I disagree. You take a look at how it's allegedly the world's most productive blockchain, at least statistically speaking. So that's incredible right there. You got to think about how many blockchains out there exist, right? You take a look at Solana, Avalanche, Algorand. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. But then again, the title of the world's most productive blockchain, it belongs to the internet computer. So when people like to say that, the internet computer, it's little brother to Algorand, Solana, whatever the case may be, I think that's very disrespectful, to be honest, because we're taking a look at something hypothetically that could be so special here. And with that being said, ICP going to the price of $500 during this bull run, is that still my price target? Yes, hypothetically, of course, because I do believe that, again, when you consider just how special the internet computer is, I don't see why not. Now, as the old saying goes, right, a high tide raises all ships, because as the crypto space grows, as the FOMO, as the hype, as the attention does come, and eventually I do believe it will, because imagine, right, as Bitcoin goes to the price of $150,000, let's say, could you imagine the altcoin season then? So even though ICP may not necessarily be doing the best as of right now, I think during a fully fledged bull run, we could very well see a different story. Because first of all, when it comes to ICP, it's listed in so many major exchanges. So exposure is fantastic. So during a fully fledged bull run, people can get easy access to it, right? It's not like something that you have to find in a weird decentralized exchange. No, that's not the case. Also, not to mention, you take a look at how the community is very passionate. Sentiment when it comes to the internet computer, in my opinion, is actually very amazing. Even though in terms of price, it may not necessarily be reflecting that. But ever since I started talking about ICP, even though ICP is having quite a big pullback as of right now, you take a look at how it's still up from when I was talking about it. So it's not like ICP is doing that bad, but again, in my opinion, it could do better. Not to mention, right, you take a look at the positive factors surrounding this bull run. Over 600 million crypto owners, according to Crypto.com research, more than ever before in history. You take a look at the Bitcoin ETF, which is massive, right, for the whole crypto space overall. And also the amount of institutional investors, enterprise adoption. I think this bull run could be so special. As of right now, when it comes to the greed and fear index, when it comes to cryptocurrencies, it's hovering around neutral. So if you think about it, many people out there, they're still kind of iffy. They're still like 50-50, either they're bullish or they're not. But as of right now, this really reminds me of like near the end of 2020. At that time, people were kind of like, iffy when it comes to the crypto space. But in 2021, man, we saw so many altcoins do well. So I think as of right now, again, it's giving me these like 2020 type of memories. But next year, it could very well remind me of that 2021 type of bull run. But again, only time will tell because, I don't have this magic crystal ball. But taking a look at what Bitcoin is doing as of right now, taking a look at how, again, there's more cryptocurrency owners than ever before in history, it would only be fair to assume that this bull run could be so special. And again, ICP, I don't think it won't go along with the ride. I think it will go along with the ride because I think it's very amazing. Exposure is fantastic and fundamentals are A+. Not to mention the internet computer, they're attempting to decentralize the internet. That's amazing. Also on top of that, they're focused on AI, which is going to be something so massive in my opinion. Also on top of that, you take a look at the internet computer. It's very low in terms of its fees, right? The average cost per instruction is over 40 million times less expensive than Ethereum. That's insane. For $1 worth of smart contract data on the internet computer, allegedly you can get over 200 million bytes. On Ethereum, only around 44 bytes. So if I take a look at the internet computer, really, it puts a lot of the competitors out there to shame. It really does. But I think it's going to take some time for people to realize that. And I actually don't think that the internet computer needs like full-on scale, like institutional adoption in order for it to do well during this bull run, because some people like to say that, if enterprises don't adopt the internet computer in a massive scale right now or the next like couple of months, it's done, it's cooked, it's not going to do well. But I disagree because sometimes during a fully fledged bull run, the anticipation alone is already enough. You take a look at what market is like Shiba Inu or Dogecoin focused on, but still they did well. Now, granted, they're meme coins, but I think that, if anything, showcases how, again, during a fully fledged bull run, people sometimes just don't care. But then, of course, the amazing fundamentals is like the cherry on top, if you know what I mean, which is why I think we saw like BNB do well, like, Solana, Ethereum. Even though I think that the internet computer is way better than them, I still think that, again, even having like good fundamentals on top of a lot of attention and hype, man, that could really be a recipe for success, hypothetically. Only time will tell, but it's not like $500 is this crazy and random price target, because if it were to go to that price, considering current circulating supply, market cap would be around $237 billion. So it's not too bad. We've seen like Ethereum reach this by over $300 billion, back in 2021. And come on, right? Back then, even during the peak of that bull run, there was like nowhere near this many crypto owners. At that time, only around 300 million crypto owners. So even so, despite that the bull run that year was that amazing and Ethereum reached those great heights, again, imagine right now with practically double the amount of crypto owners, with this much, institutional investors, enterprise adoption, I think the sky's the limit. So I think when it comes to ICP, again, reaching the price of $500 during this bull run, I don't think it'd be out of the realm of possibility. Now, some people like to say, how soon, all this type of stuff. Again, I can't predict exactly the date when ICP is going to pump, but I think around 6 months from right now, a year from right now, things could very well be different. Because, again, it's only fair to assume that. And this is even based off of history, because historically speaking, altcoins, they've been known to peak as a worst-case scenario around a year and a half after a Bitcoin halving event. Now, the last Bitcoin halving event happened back in April, so a year and a half, 18 months from then, is October of next year. Now, again, that's a worst case, could happen a lot sooner, which is why I'm talking about like around 6 months to a year from right now. But even again, right, October of 2025 is basically a year from where we are right now. So I don't think we have to wait that much longer anyways. But again, only time will tell. That's why, I'm continuously, again, dollar cost averaging into ICP. I still believe in it, and I'm going to continue to hold, and I'll just wait and see, because again, $500 during this bull run wouldn't surprise me whatsoever. And I think that the internet computer, man, it's so amazing. So I can't say I'm really surprised when I see amazing news when it comes to it. But again, it's still amazing to hear that nonetheless. And I think better days are ahead. And feel free to become a channel member if you want to. You can help support the channel. And also on top of that, you can use these like cool badges and stickers and get a prioritized response from me in the comments. So I think that's awesome. And also make sure to subscribe if you gain value from this video. I greatly appreciate it. It's been Lee the Captain, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. I'm out. Peace. Bye.